Jiggle physics.
You ever wonder how jiggle physics are added to video games? How you can make cool movements like this? Or how you can add this guy into a video game? Or you could do something like this. Well, in the Godot engine, let me introduce you to the Spring Bone Simulator 3D, or as I like to call it, the Jiggle Bone. Now, how does this actually work though? Let's step into the engine and I'll show you.
Ugh. All right, so step one, we're gonna need a 3D model. And we need a 3D model specifically with some bones on it. How else are we gonna jiggle the bones? Boom, so we go look over at our skeleton 3D node right here. And all you gotta do is press Control A. And then you type in Spring Bone Simulator. Spring Bone Simulator. Hit create. And as we can see, it adds the nice little Spring Bone Simulator 3D, or the Jiggle Bone, into our node tree underneath the skeleton. So if we start to jiggle it around, we can see nothing's going on. Nothing's happening here. The reason for that is we have to go into our inspector, press Add Element, and this is where we are going to pair up the nodes.
Speaking of pairing up, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join the team.
We pair up the bones by going to our first bone, which is going to be towards the bottom, not the root. You don't want to pair up the root. Then we can go to the next one. And now we go to the rig. And bam, we are now jiggling our jiggle bone. It's simple as that. Video over. We're done. That's it. I'll catch you all next time. Have a great one. Okay. For real though, let's pop into the settings and check out the different things we can do to this jiggle bone to juice it up a bit, to make it good. Now, we can start off here with the radius. Basically, all this does is it increases the radius of the little bones and where they jiggle on top of each other. So if we crank this up here, we're going to see that they're going to jiggle just a little bit less. Just a little bit less. See how they're all, that's kind of like their rotation point, if you will. Next one we're going to go to is, let's just crank that back down. We're going to go to the stiffness. Now, like anything, any project, you want a different jiggle for each game. And this is where the really important part comes. You kind of have to play with your jiggle bone, and over time, you can slowly start to increase the stiffness of your jiggle bone, and from there you'll get the proper jiggles you're looking for. So let's go with the stiffness of 0 and see what a limp jiggle bone looks like. As we can see, it's just kind of flopping all over the place. It's not great. It's not great. Oh, geez. Okay. So we'll crank it up now to the complete opposite. Jiggle it around. And now we can see, okay, it's jiggling. It's doing pretty good. Now, you can't just mess with the stiffness value of the jiggle. For me, I prefer like a 3.5 jiggle here every now and then. But the real magic starts happening when we're messing with the drag values and the gravity values. Because setting up the radius and the stiffness, this will get you, for a majority of your projects, a decent jiggle going on. But when we mess with the drag, this increases the amount, well, that it drags. It's very straightforward. So as you can see, it's dragging back, dragging over, and then we can increase it just a little. No, we'll decrease it all the way down just to show the comparison here. And as you see, our jiggle bone's going a little crazy here. So it is important to have some drag on your jiggle bone, unless you're going for that crazy jiggle there. To each their own. But let's pop into the gravity next. Gravity, it's just how much gravity affects your jiggle bone. And of course, you can do it on your X, Y, or Z coordinates. So if we increase this gravity all the way up, and then we're just going to slightly move the jiggle bone. As you can see, it's being affected by gravity at a negative Y gravitational force. That sounded smart. So let's go to -10. Boom. immediately our jiggle bone, boom, flops to the ground. So this is where you can kind of mess around with it. You can get it to pull in different directions. You can change all the forces however you want it. However you want it. But at the end of the day, the jiggle bone is all about just messing with it. Play around with your jiggle bone, have fun with it, and just start messing around with all these different settings. All the different settings. There's really no one size fits all when it comes to a jiggle bone. And keep in mind, it's not about the size of your jiggle bone, it's about how you use it. So I want to take a moment to showcase some real-world examples of how we can use this jiggle bone to make our games pop to life, to add some more oomph to it, a little juice, if you will. So if we look at the alligator character here, you can see its tail's jiggling, see its tongue is jiggling a bit. We got some flapping flamingos over here, all with the help of the jiggle bone. So let's pop into it and see what the heck's going on here. So if we go to our alligator, let's do this real quick. No errors. We're all set. Perfect. Output. All right. So we got two different jiggle bones put in. We got the jiggle bone tail and then the jiggle bone tongue. So checking out the tail first. The tail's pretty interesting. We're using a 0.35 radius. That's the thing that where the jiggles occur, how they jiggle with each other. Then we got a stiffness value of 2.5, but this is the really cool part. We ended up putting a dampening curve on it. So what this means is it's going to start off at maximum jiggle, and then over time, it's going to reduce its maximum jiggle just a little bit down. And that gives us a nice, smooth, tail-like feature to it. Now, when it comes to the tongue, we're doing something similar. We have a smaller radius this time, 0.17. Again, that's where they interact. Stiffness of 2.5, and we added a drag value of 0.2. We didn't really bother with any gravity for this example, but this gives us just enough jiggle, just a little bit of jiggle to where it's now got a jiggly tongue. Pretty cool. Know what else is pretty cool? Back in May, we held the Jiggle Jam. This was a game jam all about jiggle physics, just to celebrate the rise of the jiggle bone. We actually had over 100 people join the jam, and out of those 100 people, we got 20 entries, not too bad. But if you're looking for more real-world examples of the different and creative use cases of this jiggle bone, head over to itch.io/jam/jigglejam. There are plenty of amazing different examples, anywhere from boxers that jiggle around in cars and punch, to a jiggly hot dog man that shoots out of his jiggly hot dog tank. You got jiggly goo guys. You got jiggly beans with jiggly food. You got a jiggly carrot. The list goes on and on. But these are some amazing examples of the use cases of the jiggle bone. Wait. I should probably mention all of these Jiggle Jam submissions are safe for work. I see you. I know what you're thinking. Don't be gross. It's all safe for work jiggles. Don't be gross.